Hey, what's good, everybody? Happy motherfucking Friday. We got 7 minutes left of Friday. And, did you hear that? Excuse me. So we got about 7 minutes left of Friday. We're moving right on into Saturday morning. You know how I am, quite a night owl. So I've thought a little bit about the reading, and I think I'm going to do something similar to the people reading that I did a couple weeks ago, where we used this deck here. I have a few decks that I pulled. We're gonna kind of stick to those, and let's get into it. So I've already shuffled and meditated on all my decks. Hope everybody's doing well. We're in the thick of it right now, huh? I just feel like, woof, we've really been secluded for a while. So let's look at people, personalities, patterns, that type of thing. This is called the Wisdom Keepers deck. This is also based from a book that I've begun to pick back up. I've had this book for a couple years now. Let me just show you. The Gene Keys. It's a pretty intense book. It uses a system with your birth date, place of birth, time of birth, to kind of calculate what your numbers are. It's very complicated, so I won't attempt to explain it, but if you're interested in it, each 64 of the personalities in here have a profile in that book. When it goes much deeper, when you log your information into the system online, and it's really, it's like a birth chart. It's like a birth chart. So it's really uncanny how spot on it is. Without further ado, let's get into it. Check in. Am I ready? Okay, we're going to do one more shuffle. See? She said nope. One of these. Let's just take 3 off the top. Go ahead and pick 1, 2, or 3. What will it be? For you, 1, 2, or 3. And we'll do a short spread for each one. Why do I shuffle like this? I had a comment about my shuffling. I have a hard time doing the other kind of shuffling. And these are huge. And I like to touch all of the cards. I feel like I have to have, so there's some people who can shuffle like this. I'm not very good at it. So I like to actually to go through and feel like I have contact with every card. Okay, right off the top, 1, 2, and 3. I hope you've picked your number. Oh, good. All 3 brand new characters. Let me show you who we have. So we've got 2 women and a man. Number 1, realism. It's number 60. Number 2, we got mindfulness, number 33. And number 3, we got resourcefulness, number 48. Okay, so let's start with number 1, realism. Read about her and then do a spread, okay? Okay, this woman's gift is realism. Her shadow is limitation. And her city, if you recall, city is like you at your highest self, is justice. My gift to you, I bring to you a love of realism and common sense. Realism and common sense. I want you to stay connected to your ideals and visions without losing sight of the practical aspects of the creative process. Okay, so I feel like this is somebody who can get caught up and maybe sidetracked pretty easily. Just as a seed needs a shell and a river needs its banks, your dreams need you to understand the inherent structures of the world. So it's good to dream, but we have to stay grounded and rooted and remember that we are still human and we still have humanly things that need to get done, and humans do things a certain way. It's good to be a dreamer, but we have to stay planted. Just as a okay, your dreams need to understand the inherent structures of the world so that you can bring them to life. Do not see these structures as stifling or forever lasting limitations, but as supportive vessels perfectly designed to take you where you need to go and no further. Remember to keep the heart of your dreams close while holding all systems, religions, and mindsets lightly. Get comfortable with uncertainty. Think outside the box and use playful language. Seeming plateaus don't mean nothing is happening. Everything of true value lies within you. So be the eyes and ears and mind of the universe, and soon you will be making magic. Okay, so this is somebody who might even have a trouble with commitment. I'm gonna be doing that the whole time, huh? That's kind of nice. What do you guys think? Lighting? It's nice to have lighting on my face, though. Let's try that for a bit. This is a dreamer. This is somebody who has a little bit of trouble with commitment, though, and tends to be maybe too dreamy and has big aspirations, but doesn't really follow through. Okay, does that make sense? Okay. So let's go on and do the spread for her, and then we'll move on to each of the other people. Feet planted. Feet planted, right? Okay. Okay, here we have a situation about somebody who needs to be going within and quieting the mind in order to get things done. It's a situation that is going to require you going with the flow, which I think has, you know, is tied to this character here. Someone who has trouble with rules, kind of staying within a structure. I think King is somebody that I could imagine getting caught up in their head and in their thoughts. So the ability to go within and go with the flow is the message of this card, is really important. We also have a situation where this person, I almost feel like, and you know, this makes me think of myself sometimes. My creativity comes at night. But also what can happen at night is if we don't get enough sleep, we kind of start feeling a little bit off, a little bit cuckoo, a little bit not ourselves. This is a card known as, like, can be lunacy, like, you know, owls, you know, wolves howling at the moon is kind of the picture here. Okay, feeling a little off, feeling a little crazy, kind of the shadow side of ourselves. Kind of the things we do at nighttime that, you know, we wouldn't necessarily want everybody to see. And then here we have, I feel like, this is you, quality of you. Nine of Pentacles. I mean, she's abundant and she's connected to the earth. You know, this would be somebody, an earth sign, very connected to the earth. Very wealthy, giving, nurturing, fruitful, able to grow things quite well. Healthy in body, mind, and spirit. However, there is this sense of, like, defeat. And here it is. It's right here. Here's defeat. Ten of Swords. This is defeat. So somebody who is super creative but has trouble, like, following through with things can make you feel like this, quite defeated, right? All right. Okay, with the same number one card, I'm still feeling, not still feeling, but there's a different type of situation here that came in the second row here. We have our King of Wands. Our King of Wands, he's very passionate. He's very go-getter. Feels like he's able to cut through any chaos and turmoil in order to achieve this beautiful ending. That's the last card in the row. Look what we got. King of Wands, cutting through the bullshit. Here's the bullshit. And here's the end prize, okay? And we have 3 wands here, which is beautiful. Here's our King of Wands. He's fiery, he's passionate, he's a go-getter. He doesn't mess with the drama. Look how he's turned away from the drama. He's not even like, he's like, I'm not doing this. But he has this quality. You have this quality. This situation has a quality of ability to cut through the bullshit in order to get to this beautiful ending of commitment ceremony. Okay, you're in the development process. I feel like there's definitely a love situation here for card number 1 because you got 2 very couples, 2 of the really main couples cards. Second row, third row here, we have Page of Pentacles, which is about development of body, mind, spirit. It's the development of anything of the earthly, of the earth, anything we can touch, feel, smell, taste. Our body, our home, our cars, our family, money, our finances. Okay, so there's this development of hard work. This is a hard work card, 10 of Wands. And in the end here, look at, this is our soulmate twin flame situation. So somebody is in process. So don't give up, because we have an indication here of our first card, realism. We have an indication feeling like, I feel like someone is feeling like they want to give up. Okay? I feel like keep going, keep pushing, don't give up, because I feel like there's good stuff brewing here underneath the surface. You have some beautiful cards on the board. Okay. All right, we're gonna pull these archetype cards. See what we got for the first card. Let's be realistic. This is a thick deck. Okay. All right, so what do we have for realism? Networker. Wow, that's interesting. Networker. So what do we need to do when we're trying to build a business, work on something creative? It's so important to network, right? Let me read the light and the dark attributes for this card. So the light attributes for the networker, when you're at your best, are, it says, enhances unity through the sharing of information, engenders social awareness and empathy. That's cool. But in the shadow side, when you are, hiding, when you feel guilt and shame, it says, conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear and falsehood. Yeah. All right, so one more card for you guys. This I'm gonna probably need the book for. Guys, I can't lie. Today I ate a lot of food, and whenever I eat poorly, it's like I get short of breath. I'm taking a lot of deep breaths. Okay, Merkaba Spiritual Protection, number 25, reduces down to a 7. 7s are about luck. 7s mean more than that, though. Actually, I can't think of what it is. Let's look and see what we have here. 25. These are really long, so I'm just going to read you, let's see, the italicized message in the beginning. Okay, being open to receive is a way to gain empowerment, strength, and all manner of assistance. To enhance receptivity, it can be helpful to declutter and cleanse your energy field. This allows for that which is not rightfully yours to be shed. Sometimes this will include the disowned thoughts and feelings of others. When you release these thoughts and feelings, a spaciousness will grow within you. Then you can receive more of what is rightfully meant to be for you, your divine good, and all ways. Okay, so this is about spiritual protection and cleansing your aura and cleansing your space so that you can be more creative, and that maybe you can get out of your head a little bit so that you're not self-destructing by not following through. And you know, we don't want to repeat these patterns, especially for those of us who are really creative. The world needs to see and hear what you have to share. So it's important to protect your space, protect your spirit, protect your aura. Okay. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. Card number 2. Let's get going on, y'all. Mindfulness, number 33. Okay, so I have a feeling these are people who really get stuck in their head, right? Who are just like kind of anxiety stricken type of people. Just off the top of my head, that's what I would think. But let's read. My gift to you, mindfulness. I am here to help you remember and to release you from the prison of your emotional life. Yes, even if you want to speed up enlightenment, you can't. So give yourself plenty of permission to think, feel, and desire, to react, to hide. Let nothing be forbidden. All I ask is that you be mindful of what you do. The first step in awakening is realizing that you have been asleep. So do not try to change your patterns or passions, just recognize them. There I go again. Catch yourself forgetting your true nature. Learn to feel increasingly comfortable with discomfort. In time, you will naturally come to realize that something more wondrous than you can imagine is looking through your eyes, thinking through your mind, and living through your actions. In the end, all of life shall remember itself through you. And all that you'll experience is the revelation of eternal now. All right, so some of the key questions for this type of person is like, it says here, how do you avoid intimacy? You know, how do you hide behind your work and your spiritual practice or your philosophy? Do you sometimes find yourself offering unasked for advice or criticism, or surprised by others' reactions to what you see? If you weren't worried about being unenlightened, what feeling, desire, or need might you more easily see your own? So these are people who get really stuck in their mind, who are like always 10 steps ahead of everything, have trouble slowing down and having faith in what comes next, because we're always worried about what comes next. But these are people that like have very little faith that the next moment will support them. Okay. Dude, don't eat spaghetti at freaking 10 at night. Stomach. Keep burping. Excuse me. My little one's in bed next to me. Still awake. She's not supposed to talk. Let's see if she can do it. I don't think she can. Okay, mindfulness. One last. Give it a go. Card number 2. Card number 2. Yes. Come through, come through, come through. Okay. Ooh. Wow. You guys got, wow, that's funny. You guys got these two cards in the same position as card number 1. These are the last 2 cards for the first reading we did for card number 1. Okay, so we have a situation here. First of all, we have a tower moment going on. Somebody is there's a situation in your life that has completely come to an end. It will no longer serve you. It is, if you have not already done it for yourself or changed it for yourself, it will be done for you. Okay, this is the dreaded Tower card. The beauty about the Tower card is that it makes way for so much new growth and beauty. It's an uncomfortable moment, but what happens if we don't learn the lesson on our own? It has to be done for us. So that's the message I'm getting here. And then following it, and I honestly, I feel like there's a love situation going on for you guys, because right smack dab in the middle, we got the Lovers. Now, the thing about the Lovers is, people tend to think, oh, what a beautiful card, it's called the Lovers. But it's actually a card about duality, about opposites, about decisions, about making choices, about deciding whether or not to be in that relationship. Is that relationship serving me any longer? Right before it, we have this Page of Wands, which is development, things we are that are new, we're starting to do. So we have a development process with something about this Lovers situation, something in the making. Makes sense. We've got a story here, quite a clear story. Wasn't working, we're tearing it down, starting anew, development, and here we have this kind of new Lovers situation. The situation has potential to be like this Nine of Pentacles, abundant, fruitful, wealthy, just completely fulfilling in every way, shape, or form. However, the mental chatter, the anxiety, the planning, the over-planning, the worrying is just gonna sabotage you time and time and time again. So pull your shit together, friend. Ooh. Oh. Okay, Daddy. Okay. So we're seeing some celebration though. Okay, so our first row was kind of heavy. Felt like there's some big changes happening. Second row here we have a celebration, 3 of Cups. We have 3 cups out of 4 are cups. Cups are about love, emotion, joy. Doesn't surprise me because we have Lovers on the board. So we have the 3 of Cups. Right next to it we have the King of Cups. Somebody is this King of Cups or has somebody like this King of Cups in their life. King of Cups energy, he's emotionally stable. He's mature. He's wise. He is able to get in touch with his emotions. He doesn't get carried away with his emotions. He doesn't make rash choices. He makes very grounded choices. He is emotionally supportive. He's kind. He's nurturing. He's giving. So we have a celebration of this type of energy. If you don't feel like this is you or someone in your life, it could be just kind of the general energy of how you feel right now or what's going on around you. Just a sense of feeling supported, a sense of feeling joy, a sense of feeling love and passion in your life. So it looks like that is going on because there's celebration. But with it, right next to him, we have the big 2 daddies. We have the Emperor. He is disciplined. He is cracking the whip down. He's not mean, but he don't fuck around. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't play around. He's he's strict. He's disciplined. He's organized. He's structured. He makes sure things are. He's the father of the deck. He's a father archetype of the deck. Okay. But right to the right of him, we have Ace of Cups. This is, again, a number one, a beginning. Coming from the divine, it is... that is an awfully odd hand. That looks like a right hand. Right hands in esoteric belief knowledge are of masculine qualities and masculine traits. So this is a very firm help from the divine coming in, helping you with this emotional stability, emotional clarity. Feels like you have a good thing. Either you already know it's here or it's on its way in. A lot of emotion, love, and joy. Stable emotion, love, and joy. That is in your second row, which is quite lovely. Yummy. Okay, so third row for you guys. Card number 2, we've got the Knight of Pentacles. Knights are, you know, it's a knight. He's your knight in shining armor. Somebody coming in, granting you, giving to you, helping you with earthly goods, helping you with health, helping you with your body, helping you with finances, helping you with your home, with your pets, with your family. This is aid, and this is courage. This is royalty, regal. Yes. And right to the right of him, if you know me, you know this is my man. This is this is me. The Magician. He's also a number 1, okay? So he is about alchemy. He's about being able to change base metals into gold, right? He has all the resources at his fingertips. He can do anything his heart desires. However, they are just making sure that you remember in any situation in life, you can't stay rigid. You have to be flexible. You have to be able to see situations from different perspectives in order to be successful. In order to connect to people, to connect to a wide range of people, you have to be able to see from different perspectives. So that's what the Hangman is. And see how he's lit up around his head? That's because he's wise, and he's illuminated because he's able to see from above. Okay? He is open-minded. It's also about patience. It's also about patience, the Hangman. Never in a rush. Never in a rush. How could he be? He's tied up to a branch, upside down. So, just a reminder to stay mindful. To the archetypes deck we go. Here we go, off the top. Martyr. Ooh. Okay, so for someone who's rushing and has trouble, let me put my socks on. My feet are cool. Sorry, cold. My little toes are cold. Okay, so the martyr. Light attributes of the martyr, like at your best. Learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. Learning what impact you can have on the world by living your highest good, okay? The shadow attribute of the martyr is addiction to self-pity, for sure. Addiction to self-pity. So we want to stay mindful, not feel sorry for ourselves, keep it pushing, and stay in the moment. So important to stay in the moment. Last card for card number 2. Number 30. Dark Angel. Let's read about the Dark Angel. If you're tired, you can lay down. Okay, I'm going to read just a bit from Dark Angel. The dark angel comes to you with a radical truth. Divine love is always there for you without exception. Love will never forget you. It will never stop caring for you, even when it seems most unlikely. In fact, especially then, the divine is reaching for you and nurturing you. Even our wounds are ways that we can discover love and divine grace through the healing process. The divine is always helping you remember who you are and find your true joy. When the dark angel appears, you are being given a gift of light, even if it may seem to be a hidden blessing. Kind of makes sense. Especially with that Tower card that I pulled for you guys for the first card. So, you guys are going through some transition there. Card number 2. Big transitions. Maybe even causing you some depression, some sleeplessness. Keep pushing, friend, okay? Because, like I always say, through the trials and tribulations, that's where the growth is happening. Sure, it doesn't feel like it, but it's true. Okay? Now on to card numero 3. Numero 3. Let me give these a quick little shuffle. Okay. Yes, resourcefulness number 48. Look at the owl on her third eye. Resourcefulness. She looks kind of like my old therapist, but like a darker skin, darker haired. Best therapist ever, man. Okay. Her gift is resourcefulness. Her shadow is inadequacy. Feeling inadequate. Holy moly. Her city at her highest is wisdom. Okay, my gift to you. Do not hide from the well of darkness within you. For there is light and boundless riches at the bottom of that well. You can find elegant solutions to all of life's challenges and just the right support when you need it most. But first you must reassure your body that it is safe. Even when you don't have all the answers, let the parent in you love and hold the child within, even in the presence of fear. Over time, you will spontaneously dive into the void and discover more warmth than you ever accepted. Trust your inner knowing, and the people around you will start dipping into your well and drawing out more resourcefulness and wisdom than you realized you had. You are far more adequate than you can possibly imagine. These are people who are scared of not measuring up, you know? People who have a lot of fear. Always trying to be like other people, you know? Always trying to keep up, okay? This one actually makes me feel a little bit sad. In italics, it says here at the top, if we don't know how to handle emotional states with equanimity, integrity, and clarity, we never fully enter adulthood but remain at some level children. It reminds me of my current MOM, my living mom. I've had 3 moms. So one is living. And I always look at her like, and for a long time I noticed I was becoming a lot like her. And I'm adopted, so you know, it was just by sheer just being around her so much. And once I began to awaken to my own power, my own who I am, my worth, I really started noticing in her definite deep sense of inadequacy, feeling like just no sense of self-worth or no faith in herself. Okay, one more for you guys. Focus on you guys. Yeah, constant struggle, right? Constant fighting people off, feeling like you have to, like it's a battle constant, always comparing and just battles with other people constantly, but really it's about self. Holy shit, missing the miracle. Let me just keep pulling. But truly, this is who you are. Just so deep and earthy, grounded, beautiful, full. You have everything you need. Fruitful, abundant, kind, wise, always knows the best decisions to make. Yes. But the shit in your head be derailing you all the time. It's feeling like a battle. This card is much like this one. This is a 5 of Swords. This is 7 of Wands. They're very similar though. And this is about battle between the self and others. In this card, this is more interpreted like people getting over on you. This guy here, he's just finished battling with these guys. And he's like, ha ha ha, I won all the swords. And look at these guys, they suck. He has no empathy. But it's really about, even though it appears to be about a bad guy getting over, it's really about self. The battle with self to measure up. Aww. But babe, we have a turn of events. We have the Wheel of Fortune card. Quite powerful. Tables are turning. Times are changing. This is part of your karmic lesson this lifetime. Not feeling like you add up, like you measure up, like you're worthy enough. The tables have turned, my friend. Okay? It's also a very lucky card, the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, are you kidding me? You got the Wheel of Fortune, and then you got... What is that? That's the number 12. And you got the World card. This is about rebirth, coming into a new, starting over. This is also ruled by the sign of Saturn, the planet Saturn. Saturn rules discipline and organization, and he's the father energy. So this just shows a rebirth, stepping into your own. Look, she's naked, she's vulnerable, she's willing to try something new, she's willing not to, she's daring enough to step out and show who she is. Not afraid at all. Not afraid of being judged or not adding up. Queen of Wands. 4 of Swords. Haha, yes. 7 of Cups. Okay, so we have a rebirth here. Stepping into your own, a fiery, passionate spirit that you are. Okay? Getting things done, a go-getter. You're soft, you're kind, you're a little bit boisterous and quirky, little psychic, intuitive. However, must go within. Contemplation, meditation, but keep your feet planted again, because when we begin to learn our worth, sometimes we can go off on a tangent because we're excited and kind of have our eyes set on too many goals at once. Okay, kind of illusion, delusion, dreaming, you know, kind of greed, wanting everything, not being planted on the ground. Look, everything's in the clouds. Okay, kind of dreamy. So keep your feet planted. Oh yes. Hang on, we got the 2 asshole swords on the deck. Okay, bottom row. I feel like we've shifted in focus here. We have a different kind of scenario, different type of situation going on here. We have this 7 of Swords energy, which is sneaky, vindictive, bad. Can either be somebody in your life doing this to you. This could be you doing this to yourself. Your thoughts, swords are thoughts, mental processes, and words, communication. So this is some sort of situation involving someone being unfair. This could even be you being unfair to yourself because your thoughts are getting in the way of your success. But it's followed by the Lover's card. So it's about choices, and it's about figuring out decisions, figuring out, is this right for us? What do we want? And stick to it. The thing about the Lover's card is it's strikingly similar to the Devil card, which tells me how easily love relationships can go awry. You know, we always start off so strong and in love and passionate, and we're willing to do anything for the other person, and all it takes is some little stuff. Before you know it, you hate the person. You know what I'm saying? That went off on a tangent, but here we have Ace of Wands right after the Lover's card, which is about which are ones. Like I said, aces are ones, number one. So it shows a beginning of a new endeavor, something new. So it feels like we are beginning on our way into starting something new. This is a wand. Like I said, wands are about doing, about action, about starting new things. So I almost feel like, you know, when we have the mentality of inadequacy, not feeling like we add up to other people, measure up, we tend to put up with more crap than other people, right? I've dealt with this for many years. However, you know, I've really come a long way. So I feel this is a story about somebody who has been faced with a tough situation, has had to make some choices, and has had to make that decision that has kept them moving forward. Although it feels like it's in the beginning kind of baby phase of doing, which is beautiful and great, and it looks like you've got help from the divine. See how the hand is coming from the clouds. Again, it's a right hand, which is masculine, which is also the element of action, doing, giving, whereas the left hand is feminine, receiving. Receiving. Okay. Don't remember if I did this with the other. No, I didn't. Oh, how funny. Didn't know if I wanted to read the bottom or not, but then I realized I didn't read the bottom for all the others. But remember how I was talking about these? And I almost picked up this deck because I was going to pull out the Devil card to show you how similar they are. And here it is. So this is a special message for card number 3, okay? I didn't do this with the other cards. You guys got a special message. There is something here in this love relationship that's not completely healthy, okay? There's a dark side to it for sure, okay? So you have some choices to make. We do have here on the board the potential for some sneaky stuff going on, so just be careful. You know, not be careful like, ooh, something's going to happen to you, but just take care of yourself, you know. Your archetype card, you guys got child, divine. Light attributes are innocence, purity, and redemption. Suggests a special connection with the divine. Somebody here has got some beautiful help. Shadow attribute and an inability to defend oneself against negative forces. Okay. Okay, so it makes sense because somebody who is always feeling down on themselves, somebody who has a kind of a wobbly sense of self-worth, which we all are either in this or have been here. So don't feel any sort of what's wrong? Go. Come on. You don't have to hold. Okay, sorry. My little one had to go potty. All right. So, yes. So it makes sense that somebody who questioned themselves and who they are even just in the world and has to question everything would question their divine connection as well. So for me, I feel like this is very much in line with what we have. Okay, the Divine Child. We have number 11. 1111. Messages in the numbers. Who got this one? Who picked this one? I know a lot of us have C1111. It's a very common number as far as like we're all super drawn to it. So if you pick card number 3, I feel like you're extra lucky. The universe is speaking to you through numbers. From 1111 on your phone to the repeating number patterns that catch your eye, information is being transmitted from the creative universal intelligence into your cellular awareness, into your body. You may feel energetic healing as you receive these transmissions of number frequencies. So this is talking about every time you see those numbers, even if it's not 1111, if you're a 555, 222, 111, I'm a 1221. Personally, I'm also an 1158. I'm an 856. You know, whatever it is for you, when you catch those numbers, take a minute. Your angels are trying to upgrade you, okay? Like, I know it sounds weird. Just take it in. Take it in. They're connecting to you. Whether you believe it or not, it's there. Okay, y'all. Thanks for watching this week's video. I hope you like it. Go ahead and make sure to, if you feel like telling me which one did you pick, and leave a comment. And I hope to see you for next week's reading. I love you, and thank you all for the love and support on my last video concerning my 1-year anniversary of sobriety. So love you all. Appreciate you. You have no idea. So much love and light going your way. Take care. Good night.